I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase the bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. If I could see my dreams, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what a reality. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always destined for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen no many ones that are so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's not of no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
Hey, 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 hope you're having a wonderful day. Hey, it seems like it's been forever since I've seen you guys. So I'm sure you're having a great day. So I've been thinking about some things that I wanted to pass by you guys. I had a few people tell me that they won't sub to me because of my name. I saw this name somewhere and I absolutely loved it. And many people are comparing my name to Newbie Misery. And I don't know. I I really don't want to change my name again. Um, I don't know what the hell to change it to. But I don't want someone to not sub to me because of my name. What do you guys think about that? Tell me in the comments below. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I don't want to not get subs because of it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's frustrating, you guys. Okay, so we're going to watch corrupt cops end their careers on camera. And trigger warning, this is not nice stuff. So trigger warning, everyone. And here we go. Let me make it bigger. And here we go.
From attacking nurses.
First off, I sped it up just one notch. Please tell me if it's okay and that you can understand it.
to breaking into homes.
I'm not playing with you, man.
These cops don't care who they put in danger to get what they want. Disclaimer. Rodney Dunn. On July 9th, 2020, Nicole Harper was traveling on a U.S. highway when Trooper Rodney Dunn clocked her, going way above the speed limit, and immediately flashed his lights for her to pull over. Even though Nicole had her blinkers on, she didn't pull over because she was waiting for an exit to pack safely. But Trooper Rodney got impatient and took matters into his own hands.
Did you see that? She was trying to safely pull over because there's no shoulder right there. And that cop got impatient and rear-ended her. Wow. For a speeding ticket. Wow.
Yeah, they hit the inside wall. Hey, roll over. Give me EMS started.
Instead of finding out how badly the driver was hurt, Rodney immediately started pointing fingers.
Can you get out? Come on out. Come out this way, right here. Come out this way. Can you come out? Yeah, hold on a minute. Can you get out your passenger door? Here, I'm going to move this. Watch your head. Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't feel like it was safe.
Well, this is where you ended up. Watch your head. Can you come out this way? I got plenty of room right here.
Why didn't you stop? Because I was trying to find a safe place to pull over. Well, that's why you ended up here. Are you kidding me?
Not even hearing that she was pregnant could get this trooper to feel bad for what he'd done.
Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
Pregnant.
Well, ma'am, you've got to pull over when we
I had
stop.
my flash.
It doesn't matter, ma'am.
I'm pregnant. Well, ma'am, you have to pull over. Bruh.
It was touch and go for a minute, but the baby pulled through. That didn't stop Janice from filing a lawsuit against Rodney and the Arkansas State Police.
If I had kids in the car, I mean, how he wouldn't have known. Did that matter? What was going through his head? What made him think this was okay?
The department later settled Janice for an undisclosed sum. Ka-ching. Pit maneuvers are one thing, but there's no way this officer was taught to break into homes in the police academy.
I'm not playing with you, man.
Mark Burke.
News story. That cop in the last story, I just couldn't believe when I was watching it. I was like, that lady was right, and she deserved to win the lawsuit, and that guy deserves to lose. All he was worried about was giving her a damn speeding ticket. He didn't care that she rolled over her car in the process because he rear-ended her. Dude, you see it's not safe to pull over. Do you want to get hit by a car on that interstate or highway? She had her blinkers on because she knew. She wanted you to know that she knew. And that should tell you she's trying to find a safe place to pull over for save both of your lives. You knew that. And now this woman has to suffer because you had a bad day. But that baby was so cute. Yeah, you saw that hair. Woo!
Burke and Duncan Roberts. This might look like your average house burglar trying to break in, but this is actually an officer of the law. On June 9th, 2018, officers Mark Burke and Duncan Roberts responded to a home over a domestic disturbance. The girlfriend was not hurt, and the boyfriend, Clay Hawley, had locked himself in the house. When knocking didn't get his attention, one of the officers came up with the bright idea of breaking in. Clay soon heard the sounds from up front and spotted these officers turned burglars trying to force their way in.
Hey, answer the door. We've been knocking on the door. Open the damn door. Open the door. We're coming through it. Yes, we do. Actually, yes. A domestic occurred here. We're going to conduct an investigation. You can open the door or we can kick it in. We can kick it in. Open it or we'll kick it in. Because we're conducting an investigation. Do you not understand? In a minute, I'm going to kick the door open. Open the door. Open the door and talk to us like a reasonable person. Open the door. Then I'll kick it. Then open the door. We didn't do anything to your door. We're trying to open the dang door. Because you and your wife over here got in a fight. Open the door. I don't care, whichever it is. Open the door. I'm going to give you to the count of 3. If I kick that door and you're going to jail for hindering an investigation, you understand that? 1. A domestic. 2. All right, dude. You asked for it. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move. Move out of the way. You got the picture ready? I'm gonna kick the door. Move. Move out of the way. Move. Open the door. I'll give you one more chance to open that door. I just told you, open the door.
When Clay still refused to come out, Officer Mark took matters into his own hands, or should I say legs.
I'm not playing with you, man.
Get on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Get on the ground.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on the ground. Yes, sir. You're right. You're right. I'm not trying to fight with that. What are you investigating?
A domestic.
The officers held Clay in the back of a patrol unit for nearly an hour, then later let him go without a single charge. As for the rookie burglars, they've been charged with criminal trespass, damaging property, and unlawful arrest. While this incident could be chalked up to officers doing too much, this next officer definitely...
I bet you they ain't paid for that door. That is crazy. Next story.
Watched way too much CSI. Robert Barano. On August 20th, 2020, Corporal Robert Barano, an officer with the Somerville Police Department, was on the last leg of a narcotics investigation when he pulled over 42-year-old Timmy Miles.
I know what you picked up. I know what you picked up over there, okay?
What I picked up?
Yeah. Come on. Get out of the car.
No, I ain't getting out the car. Y'all telling me what's going on.
We're about to tell you what's going on. Come on.
No, bro. What's going on? Let me record.
I never say this, but I'm going to say it right now. Do you see all them units? Do you see that guy with the rifle? That's because that man is black. And I'm sorry. That's why this is freaking ridiculous.
This. Okay. Y'all got y'all. What y'all got y'all?
Yeah, we're recording right now, so come on out.
What's going on?
Yeah, come on out. Come on out.
Oh, no, don't grab me. Don't grab me.
Well, we're telling you, giving you lawful orders. If you don't get out, you're about to get ripped out of the car.
Well, go ahead.
So don't.
I got a back problem. Don't rip me out.
I'm not trying to do that. So come on out. Come on out. We'll explain it to you.
We're gonna tell you, dude. Come on, step out of the car. Let me go.
No, I'm not letting you go.
Bro, let me go.
This is your last chance, man.
Get the fuck out.
This is pissing me off.
Hands behind your back. Why you punch me in my face? I don't know what's going on.
No, clear.
You got your camera. Put it in my face. Your camera, bro. Put it in my face. If you need to do it, the fuck
I'll follow up for you. 521.
Yeah, I sure do. My face is hurt. Punch me. I'm a good citizen. Punch me.
Timmy's arrest was hinged on him picking up a package of narcotics from his porch. There was just one tiny problem.
It's still there.
Yeah, we have to make sure that we don't have anything.
They lost sight of the box, and this car left. We stopped it. He didn't want to get out. We had to extract him. It's not there. Yeah. Yep. We got the hookers.
It turned out the package that they thought he picked up was still in his porch. But instead of letting him go, Robert decided to do whatever they could to find something to pin on him.
I do, thank you. Step out of the vehicle. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm 42 fucking years old.
Probably should.
People getting killed. Y'all come, step out of the vehicle. That's
not the way to ask people, man. No, for real. One of y'all going to punch me in my fucking face and it hurt. I got to go back into my children and my grandchildren. And they're going to have a black guy. He called y'all what a black cop fair.
Anybody get it? Huh? Anybody get it?
This is we're doing. Where's That's all.
I do not go a search on my car. I do not allow a search on my car. No. I do not conduct a search on my car.
Yeah, they called them. We did something, you know. We thought there was a package in there. Who, the driver? Look at this. We did. It was supposed to be a controlled delivery. Gotcha. Yeah, I thought if we did that something.
Even though Timmy never gave permission and there was no warrant, a canine unit was brought to check the car.
Yeah.
The whole thing. No?
They were so desperate to find something that they went digging through his car, but they still came up empty. That didn't stop them from charging him with possession with intent to distribute and disobeying a lawful order of police, but the charges were later tossed out. As for Corporal Robert, well, he wasn't that lucky. Robert was kicked off the force and charged with third-degree assault and battery. Losing your job because you're trying to set someone up has gotta hurt. What's worse than that? Losing it?
I am so mad. This guy went through all of this. Why? Just like he said, where's the black cop? Do you know how afraid that guy was? They legit wrapped their arm around his neck and choked him to get out of that car. All he wanted to know was what the hell he did. He didn't have nothing on him. And then they punch him? Are you kidding me right now? I hope he sued the freaking shit out of them.
Over a stupid childish prank. Dempsey Walters, helicopters flying overhead, officers in tactical gear. You probably think the guys being arrested committed a vicious crime, but would you believe all this is over a teenage prank? On the night of August 21st, a 15-year-old boy and his friends playing ding-dong ditch on random houses in the neighborhood hit Captain...
What is ding dong ditch? You press the doorbell and run. Okay, I figured it.
Dempsey Walters' house. Thinking it was another set of teens, he'd had a run-in with Dempsey, rushed to their home, and dragged the innocent boys out of their home.
Oh, he's behind your back! He's behind your back! He's behind your back! He's behind your back! Stop resisting! I'm not resisting. Please help me.
324 task. We got 2 teams.
324 tap.
324 tap.
Hook him up. Stop moving. Do not resist.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I promise I'm not moving.
Is there anybody else in the house?
No.
Okay. Where's your parents at?
My mom and dad works on the phone. You call the police right at my phone like that.
You're under arrest.
Okay, for what?
Where did you just come from?
I've been here all day.
Okay.
I'm a friend. I came here.
Okay. Come on out here.
You go ahead and put him in my car.
10 more over tap. 10 more tap.
Step, are we still 2 outstanding, correct?
Hey, for 2 outstanding. I don't know if we're late right now. Get out real quick.
Meanwhile, another group of officers had found the real culprits.
On the ground, now. Down. Everyone down. I'm gonna leave my fucking dog. On the ground. Down on the ground. Turn around. Turn around. Shut the dog. I don't have your dog. I don't have your dog.
Once Dempsey heard, he rushed to the scene and dropped a knee on the 15-year-old's neck.
Hand behind your back. Other one behind your back. Behind your back. I get anything. I don't have. Mommy. I don't have. Sit up. I don't have anything. What? What I do? What I did? Shut the fuck up.
That wasn't enough for him. After the boys were put in the police vehicles, Dempsey tried to turn off his body camera and punched the handcuffed juvenile in the patrol car, leaving him seriously
Are you freaking kidding me? What he did with the other two innocent boys, he freaking threw on the ground. Drug them out they freaking house. What he did with them before he went run over here. Dude, turn your body cam off to punch a freaking minor. Are you kidding me? Bruh, you're an asshole. Total straight up ass.
Injured. Dempsey was suspended without pay and charged with 2 counts of felony assault and 2 counts of official misconduct. It'll take a miracle for him to make it out with his job intact. On February 8th, 2020, an officer with the Valdosta Police Department was on the lookout for a man harassing customers when he spotted 46-year-old Antonio Smith on the side of the road.
About suspicious activity, man.
Suspicious activity? Where about?
They say they got someone.
Through that camera. I told them what I was doing.
Oasis Son's right here next to the El Rodeo.
I told them what I was doing. I was waiting for my sister to Western Union me some money. I always go there and get Western Union, and they know me.
Antonio was cooperative and even handed over his ID.
Hey, you got your ID on you?
Yes, I got my ID. What are you guys doing?
But he had no idea another officer, Billy Wheeler, was creeping up on him.
So what were you doing over there at the Walgreens?
Waiting up for Western Union. Call my sister right now. She's in Florida. You have a cell phone, call her.
Call who?
Call my sister in Florida. Don't do this. What are you doing? Oh my God! What are you doing?
Put your hands behind your back like you're told. Put your hands.
What are you doing? Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Oh, please.
Put your hands.
Doing anything. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh my God. He's on my wrist. Oh my God.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he might be broke.
Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God.
They legit just broke this man's wrist. He said, "You broke my wrist." And the guy said, "Yeah, it's probably broken." Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God.
After shoving the 46-year-old and breaking his wrist, Officer Billy finally asked the question he should have asked before creeping up on Antonio and attacking him.
No, that's the other guy. The other guy is over there. They pointed out 2 different people. They got the guy with a warrant. This guy, I just got contact with him. Oh, this one warrant. No, because there's 2 different people. That's why I was trying to figure out if I had missed something. He told him to put his hands behind his back. Because they pointed this guy out too. The people at the store pointed him out also.
I'll move you on, okay? I'll move you on.
They broke this man's wrist. It was the wrong man. Oh my God.
Wait. Okay, so he's not the one with the warrant? No. Apparently he has a warrant. So whenever they were talking to him, Spore said, "Hey, come over here and see there's another guy," because that guy said, "Hey, there's another guy also."
Hold on, sir. Hold on. We got an ambulance coming, okay?
Their attempts to play nice were not going to save them from a lawsuit. Antonio sued the department and walked away with a chunk of cash, $350,000 to be exact, smiling all the way to the bank. Telling someone to put their hands at their back while having them in a bear hug might be the dumbest move on the list. Still doesn't beat officers locking an innocent guy.
I'm so glad that he won that lawsuit, guys. They threw him on the ground and broke his wrist trying to put handcuffs on him. Why so forceful? I swear. I know why, and I'm not going to continue to say it.
SAPD officials confirming today Ometu was not who they were looking for.
But first, in July 2022, an officer with the Volusia County Sheriff's Department was responding to a burglary alarm when he spotted 18-year-old Liana Rollins pulling out of a driveway and made a beeline for her.
You stay here? What are you doing here? Turn the car off. Turn the car off now.
But things quickly escalated when he opened her door and forced his way into the car.
Turn the car off now. Turn the car off. Turn the car off now. Turn the car off.
I'm just going to say it now. Why are all these people black? The first story was a white pregnant woman. The rest are black people, and they are being forcibly abused by the police. Why?
Don't ever forget that. Hey, let me explain to you what we're doing. Put your hands on me, and I am responding. I don't give a I'm responding to an alarm call. Put your hands on me, and I didn't turn up on you. Watch your Nobody's under arrest. Stop touching me. Turn around. Ma'am, turn around.
Stop
You're not
touching
under,
me.
You're not under
I don't
arrest.
care. You came in this house site. Don't you ever put your hands on me. I'll spit on you. Stop
Under arrest.
Stop. Put my hands. What the fuck with you?
Get down.
Chill, bro. Chill. They stop.
40 cents run, step it up. Get down now. Get down now. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Get down.
I don't care.
Get down.
What the
Get down.
I'm in the car. Move it. Stop. Put your hands Woo! Okay, they just chill.
Put your hands behind your back. Now. Turn your hands behind your back.
All of this in front of her son. Wow. Literally, wow.
It was only after the violent arrest that the officers started asking questions, but nobody wanted anything to do with him.
Woo! Bro, she can talk to me. You can't say to me.
Check her
You
cuff.
can't say to me. Fix my cuff. I will if you just hold on a second, okay? Fix my cuff. Turn around. I asked way too many times. I will, so just turn around and relax.
What you guys doing?
No, what the f*** are you doing?
Listen, come on. I know what's going on.
Then the officers bundled her into the squad car and took her down to the station.
Get out my face. Okay. The f*** with you. Fix my wrist. Okay, give me a couple minutes. Roll my soul.
Liana was charged with 2 counts of resisting an officer with violence and 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer. There was just one problem. Liana was not their guy. Also, the officer had pulled up on the wrong street, ignored 2 other vehicles, and just picked out Liana's. Sherlock Holmes would be turning in his grave if he had one. This kind of shoddy investigation has gotten lots of innocent people locked up, and that's not...
Yo, there was nothing wrong for her to be stopped. Yeah, she became violent. She was fucking defending herself. What you think? The only charges she got was on the law enforcement officers. They would have never stopped her for nothing. It wouldn't have happened.
The only time it's happened. On the morning of August 25th, 2020, a San Antonio officer responded to a 911 call on domestic violence.
Where'd he go? To the back? What was he wearing? Does he have a beard? Does he have a beard? What did he look like? Black male? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Minutes later, he spotted Matthias Ometu out on a jog and decided he was the guy.
Hey, what's your name, brother? Oh, you kind of match the suspect in the description of what I'm looking for. What's your name? What's your name? Why? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay. Well, like I said, just come here. We're trying to figure this out, man.
Out. You serious?
You what?
I'm working out. I'm doing a run.
Dude, I just got a call for a family violence. What's your name, dude?
I'm not giving my name. I'm still working out.
Okay, if that's all it is,
Let me go.
That's not. I need to know your
I'm not
name.
giving you my name. I don't have to give you my name.
Okay, why are you acting like this, man?
Because I'm working out and you're bothering me. I'm being bothered on a
Because
fucking
you
normal
match the
run.
description of somebody that just touched his girl.
Things quickly escalated when Matthias refused to tell him his name.
I don't have any information to give to you. I'm on the run.
What's your name then?
You're not getting that information.
Okay, well then you're gonna be detained right now, okay?
Okay, for what?
For being a suspect in status violence until I figure out who you are. Okay. I'm gonna put you in the back of my car, okay? Because you want to act like
No, I'm
this.
gonna be right here.
No, you're not. You're going to the back of my
I'm
car.
gonna sit right here. I didn't do anything. I'm gonna sit right there in the grass.
Okay, you're gonna sit in the car, okay? Until we get this all figured out, okay? Because you don't want to act like
No, don't tell me anything that I'm doing wrong. I'm not doing anything that I'm doing
I
wrong.
need to know
That's
his name.
so. Did I break a rule? Do you know that I did? Did you see me do anything?
Match the
Did
description
you
of
see
the
me do
suspect.
anything?
I just talked to my complainant who said that
Okay.
she was assaulted.
Okay, go get her. Go get her. Bring her here then.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Sit
Right
inside
here.
then.
I don't want to sit inside.
Just sit
I'm gonna
inside.
sit right here. I want to be where you got me at. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything.
After getting in touch with the victim, it was pretty clear that Matthias wasn't their guy.
Can you describe his shirt again? What color? Lime green is in like, so not like a neon green. I mean, was it bright, you think? Okay. Officer's on the way to come pick you up, and then we'll talk to you again, okay? Okay. Okay. We'll see you in a bit, okay?
Even with that, they decided to force him into the patrol car.
All right, what's just gonna happen? We're gonna go drive to the apartment. We're gonna see if she IDs her. Nope, that's not how this works.
It's not going anywhere. You're illegally detaining me.
I am legally.
Yeah, so I'm staying right here then.
No.
If I'm being detained, I'm staying
You
right
want to
here.
be released today or not?
I'm going to be released.
Okay, well,
I'm going to stay right here.
I just
You
need to
detain
get
me
you ID.
right here.
I just
You
need
know
to
the
get you ID.
spot. I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, you are. So I don't want to have to do this with you. All we got to do, drive over there.
All you have to do is leave me the on.
Why do you say that?
Because
Just
I didn't
match
do
the
anything.
description or something.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
You want to look at my key card?
Yeah, I'm sure I match the description.
Okay, well, you're going to get in the car. Come on.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not getting in the car. I didn't do anything. I'm not.
Come on. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Quit making this difficult.
After all this hullabaloo, the verdict came back.
You want SVU or homicide? Is that him? It's not him. It's not him.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. If these cops would take the time and ask these questions before they're so violent with people, this would never happen. And Tammy says that stuff like this doesn't happen in Canada. I always tell people I want to move to Canada. I've seen it once. It was called that a guy was very violent towards me. What? And my coworkers. But other than that, it isn't a regular thing. I live too much for me. Dang. Wow. Okay, next story. Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know what this guy's doing. It's not him. It's not him, though. This guy wasn't ideas, but the suspect gave me, the victim gave me the suspect info. Well, the suspect matched his description. Well, the suspect has a felony warrant. So I just showed her the picture of this guy, and she's like, no, that's not him. I don't know. He wasn't ideas. I know.
So it was a suspect sometimes, so that's still.
That's all it was. That's why we did it.
Not only did the officers refuse to let him go, but they also tried to intimidate witnesses who had taken videos of what went down. Too bad the guy was a lawyer.
Hello? Yeah, boy.
Are you good? I'm good. Hey, just want to follow up with you guys. I understand there's a couple of here that witness everything happened out there. Is that you?
Can I have that gentleman leave? I'll talk to you guys outside. I didn't like that he was doing.
Why? What was I doing that?
That's my thing. I'm a lawyer. You can leave my business, please. So I have to talk real cops.
Okay, well, we are real cops, and we're here to investigate a crime that you guys witnessed. You guys witnessed.
There's a criminal right there.
That's not a criminal. Okay, so that's what they're investigating. So I need to get you guys identifying information so our detective can follow up with it.
You guys, because I don't like the way he handled that gentleman who's minding his business jogging. Even if he didn't fit a description, that's the norm that you guys use. I didn't like what he did. So I'm already telling him, I'm already going to be a witness against this gentleman. I already sent this to all the news stations. The mayor knows about it.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay, sir. You have your ID with you?
Look, I'm a lawyer, man. I don't have to cooperate whatsoever with you. If you want to take me in, please do. I'd love to file a lawsuit against you
We're
guys.
starting with step one, okay? I just need you. And is that your cell phone or is that your office phone?
That's the office number. That's the best number I'm going to give you.
Okay.
I know you guys have a tough job. I get that. But when you escalate things, not appropriate, especially in this day and age.
Okay, sir, that's fine.
Okay.
You're entitled to your opinion. That's fine. I'm not going to ask you about any of that. I just need y'all's identifying information so that you can go on the report.
Before this ends, do you think that this lawyer will represent that guy? They legit threw that guy in the back of that car head first. Wow.
That's all public record. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, you got it. What's your birthday?
Sorry, that's actually a good idea.
Matthias was charged with 2 counts of assaulting a police officer and released 2 days later on a $20,000 bond. The DA later dropped the charges, but Matthias wasn't ready to turn the other cheek and sued the department.
You miss out on a lot of things. A lot of things. You're put in a state that you have to address, or not address, but adjust how you are.
You might be thinking if he'd ID'd himself, things would have been different. Wrong. One thing dirty cops love to do when they make mistakes is double down. 2 Miami police officers responded to Hotel Victor over a 911 call about a man who threw hot coffee on a woman and a baby. They spotted 2 men in the lobby. One of them was talking to the victim. The other immediately decided he was their guy, and things went downhill from there.
Hey, man, what is your...
Sit down. Hey, man, record it. Look, it's right here.
Okay, what did I do?
All right, so relax. If I tell you to look at me and talk to me, you talk to us, all right? It's in a joke.
I didn't do anything.
All right, what happened?
I'm talking to my sister.
What happened?
I wasn't here.
You
You weren't here? No. Okay, so do me a favor. Stand up for a second. You gotta be detained. Why? I wasn't here. Okay, we figure out what the fuck. You gotta figure out. Listen, relax. Okay, you don't have to trap me though. No, yes, be detained. Drop your cigar. Drop your cigar.
After cuffing him, the officer finally gave him a chance to speak. But when the man called him out, the officers lost it and started screaming in his face.
Listen, we got a call that someone threw coffee at a lady. I get here and the witness says it's him. So you're talking to the female, I'm giving you the benefit down the case. Let me talk to you for a second. I'm talking to my sister. No, it doesn't work that way, bro. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what's going on. That's not how it works. All right. So what happened? I just got here. Okay. You're not giving me a chance to talk to you. Do you work here? Do you live here? I am from Texas. And you're staying in this hotel? No. Okay, so I was on the street, and I knew my nephew was in here. Who's your nephew? The little baby? That is my nephew. Okay. And then is that your sister-in-law? I'm coming to check on him. Okay. No, he's not talking about you. Okay. So continue. I was talking to her, trying to get everything on down. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. I'm not being combative. I'm not saying you're combative, but when we ask you a question, hey, sir, okay, but you have to understand. I haven't done anything wrong. Well, you need to understand. We're running an emergency signal out here for someone to. Hey, if you don't want to talk, that's fine, dude. I'm just shit. That's it. I'm not talking to you. I'm done. Call Casey. Call my attorney. Call Casey. Tell her to call my attorney right now. Tell them they got me detained. What hotel we in? Tell them they got me detained for no reason. Of course, no reason. No reason at all. At all. Call my attorney right now. You're right.
After all this, you'd think he was at least their guy. Nope, yet the officers didn't let him go. Not only that, but they also charged him with resisting an officer and lied in the police report that someone had pointed him out as the suspect. Too bad the body camera didn't agree, and the charges were later dropped. Framing a guy with no reason is a pretty dumb move. But wait till you find out why this officer was shaking.
Ooh, I like her nails. They just yanked that young guy from the counter or wherever he was standing at without asking him questions. Like, why are y'all just yanking people? Like, geez, and all these people did nothing wrong.
Like a leaf while making an arrest. On May 8th, 2019, Clarence Evans was in the driveway of his Houston home with his wife and kids when Deputy Garrett Lindley tried to arrest him, claiming he was this wanted guy.
Calm down for me. No, sir. You don't even know my name and tell him I have a warrant. What did he do? That's what I'm saying. For what? For what? From Louisiana. For what? For what? I don't even live in Louisiana, so how do I have a... You don't know my name, so how can you tell me I have a warrant in Louisiana? Sir, stop. Clarence, okay, well, you don't even know me. I already got you. No, you don't even know. Sir. You don't even know my name. Hello. What? I'm confused. He don't even live in Louisiana. No. You don't. How can you tell me I have something you don't know my name? You just put him in front of my house and then I don't trust. Cause you shaking like you scared or something. Okay. Trust you can't shaking like you scared. He don't live in Louisiana. I don't even live in Louisiana. How the hell would I have a warrant in Louisiana? Quentin, you already said your name was Jackson. My name is not Quentin. What the fuck's wrong with you? Sir, his name is not Quentin. Quentin. Then let's see the ID will be done. Okay, hold on. You told me three different names. You woke up and told me three different names. Hold on. The third name you just know. No, I'm not going to be the next thing you feel. No.
Clarence and his wife told the deputy his name wasn't Quentin, but the deputy continued to hold on to him till backup arrived.
Yes, I know who you are. What's my name? Man, you shaking like you scared. I'm not gonna let you put me in handcuffs. Please stop. Please stop. My name is not no fucking Quentin. You don't even know my name until I got a warrant in Louisiana. Okay. Yes. You want to show me the picture? Show me the picture. Okay, wait. Walk with me. No, walk with me. No. Please, he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. I need to supervise somebody else. Come on. Let me see your stripes. Well, I need somebody else. Sir. You in my yard on my property. Hold down. Stop. You stop. Who are you looking for? His name is not Quentin. You think I'm looking like I got dreads or something? You just pulled up in front of my fucking house and told me I got a warrant in Louisiana. So what? That's my fucking dog. That's our dog. That's our dog. Go in the house. Look, man, sir, that's our dog. Don't you touch me. Wow. You need to step back. Calm down. Sir, his name is not Quentin. That's our dog. You just told me three different names. You pulled up on some bullshit. Talking about I got a stolen dog. My dog is cheap. That's our dog. Yes, we have papers. And then you talking about some shit in Louisiana, then you say my name is Quentin. My name is not no fucking Quentin. I'm not telling you my name, but it's not Quentin. I'm not telling you my last name.
His wife legit just said his name, Clarence.
Okay? No. Sir, what did he do anything? I'm talking about the fucking dog that's mine. That's our dog. We can go get you the papers. I seen you walk out my house and then just came and put it in my yard. Please calm down. Who are you looking for? Yes, I want you.
I'm confused. Does he have a warrant or did he steal a dog?
I want to do this so we're done and over with. Okay? Okay? Okay, well, you safe. No, you're pulling on me. So just, okay. Right here, we're good. Okay.
After forcing Clarence's wallet out of his hand, this dumb cop took one look at his ID and realized he'd made a terrible mistake.
Please stop. Two of y'all is going to take both.
Lawsuit. Lawsuit.
No, please, that's not him. Please leave him alone. Get out of my yard, man. Report on this. I need to report. No, you need to get the out of my yard. You just said I'm somebody's name. You got crazy black. Come on. What the is that shit? Okay, come on. Now you want to leave, right? No, I want to do report on. No, you need to get somebody here that's over you because you just made the biggest mistake. Why did you put in front of my yard? Because I'm black with dreads and tell me I got a warrant. Okay. No, he just. My kids was out here.
Calm down.
The kids.
Wow.
Oh my God. Well, you need to get the sources over here. He's oh my God.
The picture did look.
But he didn't even ask me name. Now stay here. Let me see that picture. Get that picture on.
In December 2020, YouTube user Brian B. showed up at the North.
Wow. Oh, what's this YouTube user stuff? You guys, I hope, dude, that dog was chipped and they had papers and everything. And they wouldn't let that lady go get the paperwork for the dog. I mean, honest, if I were a cop on the US, I'd be definitely watching out. I don't know if I'd react in the ways I did over there. Wartime is different. You're right. What branch were you in?
North Brunswick Police Department to make a complaint. 2 weeks later, he was home wrapping Christmas gifts when officers showed up at his door asking about a 911 call that had been made from his home.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Yeah. Everything all right?
Everything's fine. From here?
Yeah. Are you the only one home?
No.
Who else is home with you?
My girlfriend, my roommate. Everybody's fine. Nobody called.
Somebody called and they said it came back to this address and it said they told us there was yelling or something in the background initially. Then they hung up and they haven't been able to get in touch with them since.
Nobody called. Everybody's fine.
All right. Can we talk to them real quick?
No.
No, we need to.
Well, you're not.
We need to.
It's not going to happen.
You don't understand how this works. We got a 911 call from this address.
Nobody called 911.
How do I know that?
Bro, do I have to prove something to you right now?
Yes. We have to speak with everyone who lives here to make sure they call 911. As soon as we speak with
Why
everyone,
won't you just let them talk to them?
That's it, man. We just make sure everything's fine. Why are you giving us such a problem?
Well, because you're over here shining a fucking flashlight in my apartment. You're over here shining a flashlight. Let me finish what I was saying. Into my fucking apartment. I mean, you're taking care of Christmas gifts, watching the UFC fight. You guys come over here banging like a bunch of fucking animals. No one called 911. You're giving me a hard time. You're still shining a fucking flashlight at me. Turn your flashlight off.
I bet you they had the wrong
were looking
address.
for a way to get into the house, and when he began shutting his door, they got their chance to force their way in. But even when the officers verified that no one had called and no landline was in the home, they still refused to leave.
What do you want to sort out? What have we not sorted out?
It's a landline, okay?
Okay, no, there's no landline here.
But there's still one registered to this house.
So what do you want me to do for you?
So there, we solved with a 911.
Okay, so get the fuck out now.
Sir.
No, sir. You just slammed the door at me. Get the fuck out of the house.
You don't close the door on the police.
I don't give a fuck. You have no right to enter.
We do, actually.
No, you don't.
You don't slam the door on the police. Well, guess what? The police ain't got no reason to slam the door in somebody's face when you don't even know what's going on yet. They ain't even called 911. I knew they was at the wrong address or something.
It's a warrantless entrance. So get the fuck out.
As if that wasn't bad enough, they got even more officers to barge into the house.
Okay.
Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
We don't want to be
Name and badge number. Name and badge number. Name and badge number. Name and badge number.
Wow.
Name and badge number. Name and badge number.
Who else is upstairs?
I want you to go. I'm not going to give any of you my information. You're not scaring me. I'm not answering any questions. Please get out of my house.
You understand what we're here, right?
I don't care why you're here. Get the fuck out. Turn that off. Turn that light off.
Let me explain this to you.
Jesus Christ. There you go. You see. How many of you does it take to see? What do you want to look at? I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't care.
Then they tried claiming he had no right to not let them in.
What do you guys want from me?
This is my boss, sir.
Keep him away from me. I don't want you touching me, dude.
You don't know what's going on, sir.
Yeah, this is
You're just sitting here, got a bang on the
I have an internal affairs complaint on one of the sergeants, and now this shit happens. This is retaliatory. This is another one going to internal affairs. I'm telling you, you guys don't know how to fucking quit. Any of you. I want you guys to leave. I don't care. They don't care. They don't care. No one cares. We want you out. I don't understand. Like you guys can't take a fucking hit. You think you have a right to push my fucking door in? Your cops pushed my door, hit me with the door right there. I'm unarmed. I have a fucking camera.
Technically, what you did could have been obstruction. You're on a lawful police investigation.
Then take me for it. I want you to take me for it.
I didn't observe it from what they're telling me. I'm just telling you technically it is, okay?
Then let's go. I'll take it to court.
Finally, the 9 officers went on their way.
Okay, so what do you have to figure out? What do you have to figure out?
If anybody was in need of assistance, man. No.
Does anybody need assistance?
I have zero need for assistance.
Perfect.
I'm trying to go back and finish watching this movie.
All right.
So can you please?
Yeah.
Please, okay, please go. Have a good day. Take care. Take care. Bye.
Have a good day.
Yep, go for yourself.
If you're wondering if they ever made it to the person in trouble, it turned out the call was from a hang-up line that doesn't exist. Very suspicious. Just as suspicious as this trooper who lied about.
Wow. I understand what you're saying, Ziggy. That they should give their ID and they should tell, especially if they're innocent. It would, break some of this stuff down like this. I don't know. Just tell a cop who you are, Clarence.
About what he saw in a guy's car to arrest him.
I could visibly see foil packs inside the center console and it opened up as well.
But first, in March 2020, Dr. Paramjit Parmar was driving into his refugee center when he spotted a police car in his way and honked. Officer Justin Henderson of the Aurora Police Department immediately rushed out of his vehicle, pointed his gun at the doctor, and swore at him.
Let me see your fucking hands. What are you doing?
What did you say?
Send me a routine to.
You're on my property. Leave.
Stay in the car.
No.
With Galena.
You're in my property. You can get off it now.
It's your property?
I own it. You can get off it now.
Okay, can you show me?
I don't have to show you anything.
Okay, but you first off don't drive up on a police officer that's sitting there like that.
You don't swear at me.
Okay, well.
You don't sit on my property without asking.
I didn't know it was your property.
Please leave the property now.
Okay, well.
You're trespassing. There's signs that say trespassing.
What? I'm not trespassing on your property.
Please leave the property. I got stuff to do. Come on. Get on your way.
No, I'm going to figure out whose property this is first.
Get off the property. I got to unload crap.
Okay, well, we're going to figure out whose property this is first because I'm not taking your word for it. You're going in on the wrong way, too.
You're sitting in my property. What's your name? Jay Henderson.
Officer Henderson. So I also clear people off of your property all the time that are trespassing.
I thought y'all didn't know it was his property.
Once the officer saw Paramar put in the code and step into the building, he should have turned tail and left. Instead, he continued following the doctor around.
You're making it harder for me to serve your community. If you'd get off my property, I'd appreciate it. I got better stuff to do than to placate you on a Sunday night. I'm trying to do some work to help your community here, okay? You can leave now.
As if that wasn't enough, Henderson called back up to help him against the doctor's dangerous horn and tried to paint him as the bad guy for not rolling out the red carpet with a gun pointed in his face.
And he comes rolling in here like he's about to assault me with his car. And then he's mad at me that I cuss at him. Now he's videotaping me.
When the doctor continued to insist the officers get off his property, Henderson tried threatening him with an arrest.
Is there a reason why you came in the way you did? Like you were going to freaking...
Do I have to answer your question? No.
That's actually, yeah, you do.
Because it's easier to unload my car from this side.
It's actually careless driving.
When that didn't work, Henderson tried to pretend he was doing the doctor a favor by not giving him a ticket.
I could very well cite you for careless driving if I wanted to.
Go ahead, please do it. You got to move your other folks here.
It turned out that the good doctor had every right to stand up for himself.
Yes, you should write Aurora City Council. Yes, write your own city council. Give your money till it hurts. Give your time till it hurts.
A year earlier, Henderson had shot and killed a 22-year-old man having a mental episode. He was cleared of all charges. This time, he was suspended for a week without pay and ordered to go for de-escalation.
He already had an issue. Shot some. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. That's why these kids are scared of the police. Right here. And you're supposed to protect and serve the community. All right, I got you.
Training. Drawing your gun because someone honked at you sounds absolutely insane. Almost as insane as the lengths this officer went to nail an innocent guy. In May 2023, YouTube user iYoung City got pulled over by Maryland State Trooper Cody Holder for speeding.
Mr. Henderson, how you doing, boss? All right, man, I'm Trooper Holder with the Maryland State Police. You're being Auburn Visual Report, okay? All right. You know I stopped you? No. You know how fast you were driving? 35. Back here? Back here?
Okay.
When he handed over his license, the officer tried getting his friend's ID, but he wasn't having it.
Do you have any ID?
Nah, you pulled me over. He don't need his ID. You don't need that. He pulled me over. Trust me, Black. You don't need. You pulled me over. You ain't got nothing to do with this traffic stop.
Listen, you don't have to identify yourself, okay? I'm just asking if you would mind just giving me your name, just so I know who I am.
No, he don't.
That's all.
There you go.
Instead of giving him a warning or a ticket, Holder ordered him out of the vehicle, and things took a bizarre turn.
Your friends make this a little more complicated than it has to be. That's just
Nah, his friends know his rights. Wrong with you? He can't search my shit. He on though. He followed me since Canopy, right? Pulled me over to him like because he knew I live right here, so he wanted to pull me over before I get to the house. Nah, I'm stopping at my house, shawty. Camera 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? And I'm recording. And he about to go on YouTube.
It was soon clear what Holder was trying to pin on him.
I don't give you permission to search my car.
Mess
You
with a
a tough guy,
YouTuber.
huh?
Fuck around and find out.
That should off your own first before you try to act tough, boy. Nah, for what? For what? For what? For what? Give me a reason. What you going in my car for? For what? You talking about traffic? What you going in my car for?
Oh.
What is he going in my car for? Give me the reason. Marijuana, come on, man. It smell like marijuana. That's your excuse? Okay. 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 Ooh, I love this. Feel me? Stop coming up to me. Stop coming up to me. Stop coming up to me.
After breaking into the car, the officer began to search and search and search, but he couldn't find anything.
All right, man, you sit back in the car.
When he confronted the officers, they had nothing to say to back up the illegal search.
It said it smelled like marijuana, right? Where the marijuana at? It ain't against you or you. You feel me? Come on, man. Marijuana is legal in July, bro. And listen, like I said, it don't got nothing to do with you or you. Marijuana is legal in July, right? So if he did find marijuana in here, July 1st, they gonna throw it out, right?
But that's not the end of it. The man followed up the case and got the video on the officer's body cam where he lied to get into the car.
I can visibly see foil packs inside the center console that have been up as well.
Lying to get more information might sound like a dirty move, but officers do it all the time. YouTuber Clear Lake Community Watch, aka Mr. Watch, was out for a drive on July 20th.
I don't know where he saw them foil packs at, but I will tell you one thing. I was around someone who was smoking on foil, and that shit stinks. Legit stinks. No.
20th, 2022, when he spotted a police car on the side conducting a traffic stop. Mr. Watch shouted a police slur at the officer and continued on his way.
The police!
He soon realized that the officer, Deputy Vega, had left the traffic stop and caught up with him to pull him over.
Roll down?
Why do you pull me over?
I'll tell you that if you roll it down.
Why can't you tell me now?
Because the reason I pulled over is you were yelling something from before.
So what?
Huh?
So what? That's why you pull me over, because I'm
I
yelling?
don't know if you're in need of help or anything.
Oh, I don't need help. Thank you.
At first, Officer Vega pretended that he was conducting a welfare check. When that didn't work, he came up with something else.
Let me see your driver's license real quick.
I don't need help.
Okay, that's your driver's license?
What for?
Can you use the turn signal when we make turns?
Of course I did.
Oh,
You can hear the sound on the dash cam too.
Let me see your driver's license.
Seeing that Mr. Lake had a license to carry, the officer shifted his questions to guns.
I don't wish to answer questions.
You have to let me know if there's a weapon in the car. You not taking class?
I did.
So you have to tell them.
When you demand identification, I have to display this. That's what they told me in the class. That's what the law says.
The officer wants to take a
And actually, if I don't display, there's really not much you can do because there is no penalty attached to that. I have to carry this if I'm carrying this. I don't answer questions.
Okay, so if you have a weapon in the car, then what?
You got one on your hip? So what?
But Mr. Watch was not interested. As if he wasn't getting tired of getting
Yeah.
owned, Vega, ignoring the tightly wound windows, made yet another bogus allegation.
Do I smell alcohol in your breath?
No, you don't.
How do I know?
Because you can't smell my breath?
Oh,
Oh, really?
Let me do some field trial.
I don't think so.
Yeah, where are you coming from?
Huh?
Where are you coming from?
You-
I can't deal with this man. Oh my God, do I smell alcohol in your breath through the glass? Anything.
Tell me where I was coming from. Are you done with this?
I'm done with that, yeah.
All right, cool.
Where are you coming from?
I don't answer questions. I've already told you.
This is the face of an officer trying to teach someone a lesson. Unfortunately for Vega, the only person getting schooled was him. After keeping Vega waiting a couple of minutes, Vega came up with another made-up allegation.
I'm sorry?
You have insurance on the vehicle?
Yeah.
Can you show it to me, please? It doesn't come back.
Of course it comes back.
Not on my system, it doesn't. Also, it's not typical behavior for somebody to be yelling out of the vehicle. Have you had anything to drink tonight?
Yeah, don't you know he smelled alcohol on his breath through the window?
All Vega could give Mr. Watch was a warning.
I've never met anybody quite like you that would yell at an officer doing their job. But
So,
you have a great
let
day.
me
There's no
understand.
warnings, no fines, no penalties.
May I ask you a question?
Questions on there? There's the address.
Yeah, no, I have a question. Can you get your supervisor here, please? Is the stop over?
Stop is over, you may leave.
All right. Well, you said the stop is over, right? Okay, I'm not getting out. I will. Okay, there is no need to draw your weapon, man. Are you fucking drawing your weapon, you fucker?
Oh!
I didn't get out of the car. You told me that already.
He got his
Did I get out of the car?
dude. No, look at his hand.
Yeah, right over there you can.
That had to be embarrassing for the cop. The only thing worse is for an officer to scream like they're right, only to have a supervisor cut them down to size.
gosh.
In July 2023, Officer Blasher responded to a call about a bunch of people trespassing on a property. When they tried to show their IDs from their phones, the officer lost it.
That suspicion isn't a crime. We're in full uniform, Miss Lady. We're not doing nothing wrong.
She's not in full uniform. She has it on her phone. So what? I can get anything on my phone.
She has her badge, her name.
I don't care. She should have her badge around her neck. Give me the name. Okay. Let me ask you this. If I call,
Can I dig in my pocket to grab my phone?
sure, you can get your supervisors.
Okay, no, I want your supervisor.
Oh, I don't.
Well, can you call one? What do you right now? D. Blasky. All right.
Give me.
I'm gonna give you. You're gonna get what you gotta get coming.
When things weren't going her way, the officer radioed for backup, but lied about what was going on, not knowing one of the men had overheard her.
Make sure you tell me the right thing. You ain't doing nothing wrong.
I know you.
I know you ain't doing nothing wrong, right?
I'm not saying you're doing it.
Right.
You can cancel that. I didn't say you're doing anything wrong, but I want you to identify yourself because you're going in and out of all these buildings. That's all I asked for, right?
Not even telling her to call her supervisor was enough. She remained aggressive and combative.
We don't have to go over that. Listen, no, you're not even talking. You're not asking for your identification.
You're not gonna talk to me.
That's all I asked.
Miss Lady, and I will give you. Would you like my lawyer's number? You don't law though. Would you like my lawyer's number? Guys,
Going in and out of buildings because he works there.
Finally, her supervisor arrived and he sided with the workers, leaving her to eat her words. Ryan Speakman. On July 4th, 2023, there was a chase in Ohio between a commercial
I thought she didn't have a supervisor on shift.
truck driver, Jadarius Rose, the Circleville police, and the highway patrol. Rose had been stopped by the police because his truck was missing a mud flap. He stopped but took off when he saw a gun aimed at him and called 911. Minutes later, he stopped and exited the vehicle, only to find himself surrounded by a whole bunch of officers shouting orders at him. But one order was way louder than all the rest.
Do not let them, don't release the dog. Do not release the dog with his hands up.
This order was directed at Officer Ryan Speakman. Speakman had just arrived with his canine and immediately shouted orders at Rose.
Police canine, you're gonna get bit. Police canine, you're gonna get bit. Final chance, you're gonna get bit.
Before troopers could blink, Speakman sprinted across the greens with the dog and released it.
Search it. Here. Now, here, next.
Sensing Rose was not a threat, the canine ran to the troopers first before Speakman ordered it to attack the unarmed man.
On the ground! On the ground!
Oh my God, his arm! Oh my God, he had a hold of his arm.
The troopers immediately yelled at Speakman to get the dog off Rose, but the officer didn't listen.
Oh my God.
Even with an officer holding down Rose, Speakman kept the dog's teeth on him.
Why?
By the time the dog was taken away, Rose was in a horrifying state.
Oh my God, yo, I hope they don't show
Speakman kept trying to justify his actions, but the troopers were not fooled.
I think it's pretty well. I think it's a justifiable bite. That's why they seem mad at me for it. He wasn't complying. I mean, am I wrong?
Was that not loud enough?
You said it 3 or 4 multiple times.
When they confronted him about not following orders, Speakman muted his camera.
Muting law enforcement.
Rose was taken to the hospital and later charged with failure to comply with an order. He's gotten a lawyer and is revving up for the mother of all lawsuits. As for Speakman, he's been kicked off the police department without the dog. If you think that's the only time officers have attacked someone who was complying, wait till you see what happened to this.
I wonder what happened to his arm, you guys. Man. And these people are having serious injuries. I swear, cops think that they are above the law.
This unarmed guy. But before we get to that, Officer Dennis Turner, here's something you don't see every day. In September 2019, Kaya Roll, a 6-year-old first grader, was having a meltdown in school. During her tantrum, she kicked and punched a staff member. After taking the first grader to the principal's office, the school, Luscious and Emma Nixon Academy, came up with the wise idea of calling the police. Enter Orlando police officer Dennis Turner. He'd been with the force for 23 years. After discussing with the principal,
okay, she's gonna have to come with us now.
Okay, Kai, you gotta go with them, baby girl.
Stand up.
Turner handed zip ties to his partner. The 6-year-old had no idea what was happening.
It's for you.
Keep your hands, okay? Come over here, honey.
As the officer tied her hands behind her back, Roll started to sob.
No, I wanted to die. No.
Turner then led the 6-year-old out of the office and marched her through the school as she screamed and pleaded.
Please let me go.
Tell me what happened. Let's go, okay?
I don't want to go to the police.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? This little girl, he is putting her in the police car. Do you know how scared she's going to be? Question her in the school where she's more comfortable. Oh my goodness gracious.
He ignored her pleas as he lifted her into the car and shut the door.
I want you to no. Please. Please.
Yeah, he's there for her having a mental breakdown. What do you think she's having now? Worse than what she was before.
Officer Turner returned to talk to some teachers who were very upset.
Yes. And if she was bigger, she would have worn regular handcuffs.
He boasted that he'd arrested kids before.
The youngest I've ever arrested was 7. And he was stealing out from Albertsons and thought it was a joke. All the rest of the kids were crying and he was laughing. So that's the only reason he went to jail. He didn't think it was serious.
The school thought she should be coming right back, but Turner had something different in store for the 6-year-old. He took her to the Juvenile Assessment Center, where she was charged with battery, fingerprinted, and even got a stool for a mugshot. When Roll's grandmother heard what had happened, she immediately took to the airwaves, and the story spread like wildfire.
Investigators say the 6-year-old and an 8-year-old were both taken into custody yesterday on unrelated charges. Now, Orlando police are launching an internal investigation into this case.
I said, what do you mean she was arrested? So there was an incident and she kicked somebody. And she's being charged and she's on her way. She's arrested and she has a charge. She's charged with battery. She has a medical condition that we're working on getting resolved. So he says, what medical condition? So I said, she has a sleep disorder, sleep apnea. He says, well, I have sleep apnea and I don't behave like that.
The state immediately dropped the charges against the 6-year-old and her record was expunged.
The criminal process ends here. I refuse to knowingly play any role in the school-to-prison pipeline at any age.
As for Officer Turner, he was fired and the department has been sued for $50,000.
On behalf of myself and the entire Orlando Police Department, I apologize to the children involved and their families. We could not fathom the idea of a 6-year-old being put in the back of a police car.
Getting tossed out for arresting a child is bad enough, but it's nowhere near as bad as what.
Thank you very much for that. Just like I said, you thought she was having a breakdown in the school? Oh no.
Officer Rodriguez did to an unarmed man, Matthew Rodriguez. Jaquan Smith's day was not off to a good start. The 19-year-old was in the Warren Police Department jail after being arrested for charges involving carjacking and possession of weapons. But his day was about to get much worse. Smith was in the fingerprint room with Officer Matthew Rodriguez awaiting fingerprinting. The two appeared to exchange words when suddenly Rodriguez attacked the teenager and just wailed on him. 2 officers rushed in but did little to stop Rodriguez from punching the teenager in the back of the head and slamming it into the ground. And Rodriguez wasn't done yet. After dragging Smith from the floor by his hair, Rodriguez bundled him out and threw him headfirst into a holding cell, slamming the door behind him. Smith suffered a number of injuries from the assault.
There were no broken bones. He did have, there were contusions. There was the head trauma from being, the blunt force trauma from being slammed into the concrete from being punched in the face, which was another head trauma.
This wasn't the first time the Warren police officer had been accused of using excessive force, but it would be his last.
No one's above the law, including Mr. Rodriguez, who took an oath of office. And as such, he will be prosecuted just as anyone else would be prosecuted. But it gives a black eye to all law enforcement. And it gives a black eye to the ones that try to do their best every day.
Rodriguez was fired from the department and charged with misdemeanor assault and deprivation of rights. Smith has sued the department for a whopping $50 million. Officers can do really foolish things in the heat of
50 mil? Oh, Team Rose. They broke a guy's wrist, handcuffing him. Broke it. The man was innocent, wasn't even the right man. Can you believe that? Broke it.
the moment. But what happens when they pull dirty tricks on purpose to get people in trouble? Courtney Brown and Christy Wilson. There are many things you can use a coin toss app for, but you'll never guess what these officers used it for. In April 2018, Sarah Webb was speeding to work when she got pulled over by Roswell police officers Courtney Brown and her partner Christy Wilson. Webb was apologetic and tried explaining she was running late for work,
You know how fast you were just going, ma'am? I'm so sorry. I'm late for work.
but the officer wouldn't hear a word of it.
So you could go over 80 miles per hour on 92? No, ma'am. Do you have your driver's license and your insurance card? Turn off the car and pass me the keys, please.
After getting Webb's license, Brown headed to her patrol car. Then she revealed something unexpected. She had no proof Webb was speeding.
I'm gonna take her probably for reckless. She flew past me going probably 80, 85 on 92 in the wet road. She said she's running late for work. I had to get up to 90 to catch her. I mean, I don't have any speed detections at the same time, but
Brown and Wilson couldn't decide what to do next.
what do you think?
So these law officers
Did y'all hear that? She doesn't have a speed detection. Really? How do you know how fast she was going? Well,
decided the only way out was a coin toss. Yes, you heard that right. Brown handed her phone to Wilson, who opened a coin flip app, and the two started speaking in codes.
Who's that? A head, R tail. Okay.
The two officers giggled, hearing the digital coin. Wilson told Brown that it was tails.
This is tail, right? Yeah.
Clearly not the first time they've done this, but instead of releasing Webb, Wilson had something else up her sleeves and mentioned the number 23.
So really, 23.
Brown replied with the word, which seemed like another code for arrest.
Michael Jordan. Hi.
Then the two giggled as they came up with charges to arrest Webb.
So I got too fast for. Let me write this down. Too fast for conditions. Is it reckless?
Yeah, you can do reckless, and then speeding, and you're just gonna have to mark the pace one instead of the.
I mean, either way, the speed limit here is what, 45? Yeah. She was going way. I mean, because I haven't done one like speeding like that, so that's why I'm a little bit unsure.
Webb was expecting a ticket and was shocked to find herself in cuffs.
Why would you not? Step out of the vehicle. Turn off the transmission, breath. Because, ma'am, you're driving entirely too fast for conditions. You put a lot of people's lives in jeopardy, okay? Could you do me a favor and step in front of my vehicle, ma'am?
She cried all the way to the station, not quite believing what was happening.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I really have to be at work. Is there any way I can just pay a ticket?
She had no idea a coin had determined her fate. It was when the video got out 2 months later that Webb realized she was the butt of a very sick joke.
They're very degrading and rude and mean. I was very angry and upset. It just hurt to know.
but yo, the coin landed on tails. It was heads arrest, tails release. That wasn't even right. Y'all whole flipped the coin laughing. I hope you sue too.
Know that, these people are supposed to be looking out for you, and it was a game to them.
Both officers were fired from the police department and charges against Webb were dropped. One thing with body cameras, they always catch officers saying and doing stupid things. Just like when Officer Bogart was caught saying the most shocking things. Officer Joseph Bogart. In September 2017, Columbus officers confronted Timothy Davis at a convenience store over multiple arrest warrants. When he refused to comply, the officers beat Davis till his pants fell off.
Put your hands behind your back. I'm not doing what you ain't complying, bro.
6 officers finally pinned Davis to the ground face down, but they continued to punch and electrocute Davis with a taser. By the time Davis was cuffed and arrested, he could barely walk and had to be dragged away and lifted into the police van. At the station, Davis was carried inside to be charged and booked. Davis' assault was so brutal that when he appeared in court, his face was still busted up and he couldn't walk. Davis suffered kidney failure and had a couple of broken ribs. A cell phone video of the assault went viral and the community was outraged.
I'm fighting for all of us, black, white, brown, poor, Muslim, Christian, it doesn't matter. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
That video was horrible. So we're giving you 7 days to explain this video to the citizens of Columbus.
Investigations do take time, unfortunately. We don't have everything available to us at the moment. 7 days is a stretch to get an investigation done.
But it wasn't just because of the excessive use of force, it was because of the shocking comments one officer made over his body camera.
What are we tasing for? Why don't we just choke the life out of it? I think they did for a while. Good.
That's the voice of Officer Joseph Bogard, and that wasn't even the worst thing he said that night. While paramedics looked Davis over, he began gasping for air and calling for help.
Oh, stop it.
Not only did Bogard brush it off, he laughed and made even more shocking statements.
Then maybe you shouldn't have fought like an asshole.
Oh my God.
You got the probes out? Yeah, it's exhausting, but I'll try.
I'm a little aroused at this, Davis. Just so you know, he's one of those guys that you like. I have to joke. Yeah. Like
Do they forget that they have a whole camera on their body that records all this? This dude is a total a-hole. Oh yeah, Tammy's in Canada, Rose. She said there's nothing over there like this.
You have to put him out. No, you have to fight him. You have to choke him. No, I'm gonna for real armbar you, and then when that still doesn't work, I'm gonna choke the life out of you. And then while you're drooling on yourself.
Bogard hadn't even been there during the takedown. He'd only shown up after the arrest, but this talkative mouth landed him in hot water. Bogard was suspended.
The officer's been relieved of duty, taking his badge and gun away from him until we know whether or not those comments reflect the type of behavior that he exhibits out there on the street towards our citizens.
As for Davis, he sued the department for excessive use of force and won a $225,000 settlement. If you think getting caught by your camera is rare, watch as one officer is caught.
Rose, one good thing about this video is that majority of these people that are getting injured are winning lawsuits and getting a lot of money. That one guy sued for $50 million.
Literally red-handed by his own camera. Marco Burke. Body cameras are supposed to catch perps in the act, but sometimes the perps are the ones wearing the badge. That's precisely the case of Marco Burke, a Middle Tennessee State University police officer. Just after midnight on May 10th, 2018, Burke was directed to respond to a car crash involving a reckless driver. When Burke arrived, he found an abandoned vehicle. After a brief sweep of the vehicle, Burke returned to his car and reported nothing unusual going on.
Just the vehicle is unoccupied. That's it.
But before the end of his shift, he was placed under arrest and charged with 5 counts of theft while working. Why? Well, the car was bait, and the cameras it had captured Burke in a compromising position. But this story had started months ago when an AR-15 gun had gone missing from a police locker. Suspicion fell on Burke, but he denied it, so the police chief set up a sting to catch him red-handed.
Was he going to report these items as being part of the inventory of things taken from that car?
They'd hidden $1,100 in cash and bottles of OxyContin filled with sugar pills in the car and set up hidden cameras. But it was Burke's body camera that sealed his fate. It captured him rummaging through the bait car and picking the items that had been planted.
Then Burke also grabs $1,100 cash and another bottle of pills.
Moments later, he returned to his squad car where you hear the sound of shuffling papers, possibly counting his ill-gotten loot. That night, he was forced to explain to his wife why he wouldn't be coming home.
I got caught up in something, and I got in trouble. I know what I did. They did his thing, and I got caught. So
Burke ended up pleading guilty to 3 felonies. It's hard to fight when you filmed yourself with your hand in the cookie jar. Justin Augustine. Lieutenant Rick Byron could not believe his ears.
What'd you say? What do you mean you're f***ed up?
Officer Justin Augustine had just told him that he totaled his cruiser because he was trying to pee while driving. Not something anyone in their right mind would do together. But he could see from Augustine's bloodshot eyes and slurred speech that he was just the right amount of drunk to do those 2 things together. Back at the station, Byron found Augustine exchanging words with officers.
Yeah, Augie, come here. Let's go out here and grab.
He was not cuffed, and he was armed. Once he'd been disarmed, Byron told him he would be going to the hospital to take a test, but Augustine refused.
We're going to go down to a drug and alcohol test down at the hospital, you and I. And you don't need all your gear. So, all right. What else do you got on you? You got a pocket knife, huh?
I'm done.
What's going on, though? Tell me what's going on, bud.
I'm done.
What do you mean you're done? You're going to go with me and take the test, Augie? You're refusing it? You don't want to do that.
I'm done.
As the officer tried to find out what was wrong, Augustine became more and more argumentative, even swearing at him.
Don't play this game with me, bud. I'm trying to help you out here.
You ain't doing shit.
Well, I can't do stuff. I'm just doing what I got to do, Augie. It's my job. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Augie. Don't do this, man. It ain't worth it.
Then he headed out of the station ready to go home. But when Byron asked him if he was okay to drive, Augustine's attitude did a total 180 and he broke into tears.
Are you okay to drive, brother?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm worried about you.
Yeah.
All right, well, get going then. Do what you got to do. All right? Augie, you need to get it. You need to relax. No, huh? What'd you say? Who is? You just wrecked the cruiser. It's not the end of the world. I know it's not the end of the world. We can do this, Augie. If you just go down and take the test like we're asking you, if you do that, then we can at least get that cleared to where you can come back to work.
Rose said the out-of-stater Mainer. Toe Mainer. You a toe Mainer.
Byron tried to convince Augustine to take the test, but Augustine walked off, only to break down again.
Seriously, Augie, I'm trying to help you, bud. Huh? What'd you say? I don't want to. What'd you say? What do you mean you're fucked up? Alcohol? Pills? What are you talking about? Huh? Okay. All right, Augie.
Then he did a 180 again and swore at Byron.
Help me understand, Justin. What the fuck? You talking about just in the head? Huh? We don't need to do this, Augie. We don't. Why are you doing this like? Why are you doing me like that?
Augustine later admitted that he drank earlier that day.
How much did you drink today, Augie? You know he's going to want to do a test, right?
When Byron told him he wouldn't be driving home, Augustine flew into a rage.
Well, I can't let you drive the car home unless we tell. What am I going to do? Yeah. Is that the way you're going to do this?
Wow.
You're about to get yourself arrested, bud. I mean, what do you mean? What am I going to do? I can't let you drive. So you try to get in that car, I got to stop you, and then you're going to start fighting with me. What is that going to do? Huh?
Byron finally convinced Augustine to return to the station while they decided what to do with him. Augustine was so wasted that he literally fell off his seat several times. Eventually, an officer had to hold on to him to keep him seated. He resigned from the force, and after the investigation, he was found guilty of handling a weapon under the influence and operating a vehicle while under the influence. He was sentenced to 1 year of probation, 177 days of suspended jail time, a $300 fine, and court costs. Getting your car totaled and losing your job in 1 day is insane. But this wasn't the only time an officer has driven around drunk.
I'll make sure you don't fall.
But before we get to that, Nate Meyer, a shop.
Oh my God. The dude fell out of his chair and was fighting the other deputy to drive. Dude.
Shocking scene occurred in East Mississippi, Colorado on 29 March 2019. There were fire service trucks and several Aurora police officers on standby, and it all revolved around one patrol car. 2 people reported seeing a car parked in the middle of the road with the engine still running. In the driver's seat sat Officer Nathan Meyer. His foot remained on the brake, and he was dead to the world around him. A health emergency or a gunshot wound? Officers on the scene racked their heads, wondering what could be wrong. But when they tried to disarm him, they were instantly hit with the unmistakable odor of alcohol.
He's good. I got his belt. Where's his duty arm?
We got it. Okay.
Meyer wasn't injured or hurt. He was just drunk. He remained unconscious as they got him out of the car. He was then transported to a hospital and later sent home. But if you thought that this disgraceful event would end with Meyer getting any charges, you'd be in for a surprise. The department's chief, Nick Metz, labeled the incident as a medical event and brushed it off as cops being exposed to stress.
No charges for an Aurora police officer found passed out, drunk, and armed behind the wheel of his cruiser in Aurora.
Body cam footage from the incident shows that several officers switched off their cameras when comments about Meyer being intoxicated were made.
He's a little intoxicated.
So there was no evidence to press DUI charges against Meyer, which irritated the DA.
I'm frustrated because, bottom line is, if one of us had been in that car and not Officer Nate Meyer, you ask me, do I think it would have been treated differently? I do.
However, during an internal affairs investigation, Meyer submitted his hospital report and his blood alcohol level was stated as 5 times more than the legal limit. He later admitted he'd gone home and drank vodka in the middle of his shift, but he had no memory of the incident until he woke up in the hospital. The only punishment he faced was getting demoted, but he still works at the police department, covering up a
Nah. What? 5 times the legal limit in his cruiser, and he still has a job at the police department. He just got demoted. Wow.
drunk officer happens a lot more than you'd imagine, but it's a lot harder to do when the drunken moment is caught in 4K. Oscar Mayorga. On July 4th, 2022, a couple in Lake County, Florida saw a patrol car run a stop sign and swerve across the road. They immediately called the police.
All over the road, stopping in the middle of the street, off the road, running stop signs. A lot of stuff going on.
It didn't take long before a responding officer spotted a squad car driving erratically. When he pulled the vehicle over, he immediately spotted an officer with the Opopka Police Department, Oscar Mayorga. He'd been with the department for 5 years. As the officer got Mayorga out of the car and disarmed him, Mayorga gave a plausible reason for his behavior.
Any other weapons? No, but I'm supposed to see. You're trying to see yours? Okay, I'll turn my lights off real quick for you, all right? Here, let's just lean against my car real quick, all right?
Mayorga slurred his words and explained that he was on his way to clock in for his shift. Throughout the exchange, Mayorga could barely hold himself up.
Okay, I'll make sure you don't fall. It's all good. I'll make sure you don't fall. All right? Seizures. Here, you want to sit down? You want to sit down? Here, you can sit down in the grass if you want.
One officer was not convinced that Mayorga was having seizures and went to have a look in his car. He soon found a better explanation for Mayorga's strange behavior. The officers confronted Mayorga about their suspicions, but he continued to claim he was on medications.
Did you do anything to celebrate today, man?
No, sir.
No? Listen, man.
It's better
to be honest. In our profession,
I took a lot of Benadryl.
Listen, in our profession, you know it's best to be honest, right?
No, I know. I took the Benadryls.
There is an open container of alcohol in your vehicle. Have you been drinking at all today?
No, that's maybe 3 days old.
Okay.
Paramedics were called to check him out, and that was when Mayorga finally admitted what he'd been up to that day.
I had 3 tall boys.
But he refused any sobriety tests for the most unbelievable reason.
I'm going to ask you again, are you willing to perform standard field sobriety exercises, man?
If this is going to put me in jail now.
Well, that alone doesn't put you in jail.
If this is going to put me in jail, no. You are a police officer with a beer can in the back of your cruiser.
I'm just trying to go to work, sir.
You're just trying to go home?
Work.
You're trying to go to work right now?
Yes, sir.
Your condition, you're definitely not going to go to work right now.
He made one last plea as the officers took him in.
I am really just begging you. I don't want to go to jail.
Listen.
Well, hey, we're going to detain you, and we're going to figure it out, okay? Go ahead. Don't get over this. No.
That's a big dude.
They conducted a breathalyzer test at the station, and his blood alcohol level was almost 5 times the legal limit. Mayorga's supervisor arrived and couldn't hide his disappointment. He was later charged with driving under the influence and placed on administrative leave with full pay. Driving drunk in a patrol car is terrible, but
full paid leave for having 5 times the legal limit alcohol in your system while you're in a police cruiser. Just wow.
at least he didn't run around screaming about being a cop to everyone who could hear, like this next officer, Sarah Mooney. Around 9 p.m. one night in November 2022, Orlando Police Department officers were called to a collision. 31-year-old Sarah Mooney, an officer with the Opopka Police Department, was the first person they met. From the first words out of her mouth, it was clear the officers would be in for a difficult night.
Okay, anything on your guns or anything? No, not at all.
Mooney continued to swear as the officers tried to find out what had happened.
If you guys are good to go, if you want to, whatever you want to do. I'm talking to them. If you're law enforcement, you know better than to be talking to us like this. Then you know better than to be talking to us like this.
They decided to approach the person who was not swearing at them and didn't reek of alcohol.
Do you have your license, registration, everything? Okay. I'll be right back. Just get that together for me.
The man quickly took the officer through the events that had played out that night.
What happened?
So I'm pulling off of the ramp. Obviously, like road closed. Slow down to a stop. Look back. And I see headlights. But,
You're in this lane.
But coming off of the off ramp, and it's closed. So I see headlights. Like look over, and I don't even see headlights.
He'd been rear-ended by the woman, who immediately told him she was a cop, but he had managed to get the most shocking part of the confrontation on his phone.
I'm a cop.
Sorry.
You're good.
Hey, excuse me? Honestly, like, idiots didn't have to work with her.
No, no one expects someone to do it.
Right now. Hit my car right now. Don't come at me, ma'am. Nothing.
I would ask you.
Nothing.
I'm
a cop.
That's a driver's side?
That's right here.
Yeah, right here.
Oh,
Mooney had come around to his door, pulled the door open, and pushed his arm away when he tried to close the door. When the officer returned to Mooney and asked her to get her things from her car, Mooney was outraged.
Why are you doing this? Doing what? I don't want you to get hit by a car. That's honestly the truthful reason. I always walk people across the street. So am I.
She then gave her version of events, claiming that she was the one who'd been hit.
What happened with the crash?
So I was coming in here and he hit me as I was coming in.
What's your damage?
I don't think there's even any damage to it.
None of the officers bought her little story, but Mooney continued proclaiming her innocence.
As far as her giving me a ticket, I'm a law enforcement officer. So he literally ran into me as I was coming off, like driving here. He hit me.
I feel you.
The only issue was that other witnesses said she'd been swerving recklessly.
I mean, you know how it works. We have an independent witness that you don't know, he doesn't know, that says differently. It says they saw you.
He's a fucking asshole.
Why do you think that?
Because he yelled at me the second I got out of my car and went up to him and tried to talk to him.
Realizing that the cards were stacked against her, this officer of the law decided to brainstorm on how she could get back at the man she'd hit for not being nice.
So as far as him not being nice,
Oh
how do I go
my
about
gosh.
challenging him?
For being nice?
No, like we literally met each other right here. He was not the nicest person.
Wah, wah, wah. Charge him. He was mean. He's a mean boy.
And I feel like he's doing this because of where we're at right now.
Once the officer informed Mooney that the man didn't need to be nice to her, he told her she would be getting a ticket, which seemed to confuse her all over again. And she became combative, demanding to see the witness.
But you're giving me a ticket for what?
For careless driving, because you caused a crash.
How did I cause a crash?
Your vehicle that you were driving hit another vehicle.
So you're saying that I hit his vehicle?
That's what our independent witnesses said. I wasn't there. We just left. We got a sworn statement from them, and then we have them on body camera saying that what they observed.
You have a sworn statement right now saying that someone else said that I swerved into his white car.
Yep.
Okay.
But Mooney did not know the ticket was just the tip of the iceberg. Her bizarre behavior had raised red flags.
So while we've been interacting with you, myself, other officers, the witnesses, they've been able to smell the odor of alcohol on you, your speech, your bloodshot eyes, your mannerisms. Okay, so we have reason to believe that you might be under the influence of drugs and/or alcohol. Okay. So at this point in time, I am conducting a criminal DUI investigation and a battery investigation as well.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to read you your rights. I understand you know how this works. Okay. I need you, when I ask you these questions, I just need a verbal yes or no to make sure you understand what I'm explaining to you, okay?
Okay.
As the officer asked her questions about what she'd been up to, Mooney was evasive and wouldn't give a definite answer.
Okay, where are you coming from right now?
From not far from here.
Not far from here? And what's not far from here? Where exactly? Winter Park area?
Yep.
Okay. We're at Winter Park.
Winter Park.
Okay.
Even saying what she'd had to drink was like pulling teeth.
How much did you get to drink tonight?
Wow.
I'm asking you.
Mooney also denied confronting the man and couldn't explain why she kept announcing she was an officer.
Why did you tell him so many times that you were a cop?
I'm not sure.
Even a simple question about her drinking level flew off the rails.
On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being completely sober and 10 being completely drunk, what do you think you're at?
I've not drank.
So obviously you have
Can you drink though and still drive and not be under the legal limit? Can be point under.
You can't. Okay, that's not what I asked. That's not what I asked you though.
Mooney refused to take the sobriety test, but it was dawning on her that she wasn't fooling anyone, and she soon found herself placed in cuffs. In the back seat, Mooney began threatening and swearing to get her chief involved.
You know how the One-Shot Joe works?
Sir, you didn't
do it like this, you're going to get safe booked, and you know how that goes. Okay?
Sir,
We're trying
I didn't do anything to be safe
booked. You're
booked.
under arrest. The way you're acting is
For what? For what?
For DUI and battery.
For what?
Okay?
Battery on what?
On the person you hit.
Who?
Okay.
I didn't hit anyone. I didn't hit anyone.
She got charged with battery for hitting the guy with her car. For hitting the guy's car with her car.
Who said it? Because you're gonna catch charge for this.
It seems her chief
Did she hit the guy when she went up to his truck and was saying she was the police? The cop? I'm a cop. I'm a cop.
didn't come through because not only was she charged with first-degree misdemeanor of driving under the influence, battery, and false imprisonment, but she was also suspended from the police force without pay. If found guilty, she'll face up to 5 years in prison. You might think that only young officers use their position to escape trouble, but just like Mooney, this next officer can't stop reminding everyone who he is. James French. In the early hours of 12 March 2023, an officer spotted an unmarked city-owned SUV speeding and swerving between lanes. He caught up.
Man, the stories before this were so freaking good. And now I don't care about law enforcement breaking the law. They think they can get away with it anyway.
With the vehicle just after it pulled into a private residence. The officer barely got to the car before the driver slid out and introduced himself.
Drunk?
Captain.
Huh? A what?
Captain.
Of what? Don't reach in your pocket. Get back in your car.
Undeterred, the officer ordered him back into the car, where the man continued to repeat that he was a captain.
You've been drinking tonight, sir.
I'm a captain of the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
And he was James French, captain of the Investigations Bureau of the Oklahoma City Police Department. The only thing was that this officer didn't care who he was. He was not impressed by French's continuous motions that he turn off his camera.
How much we had to drink tonight, sir?
Turn the camera off.
Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
Realizing that this officer wasn't going to play ball, French started answering questions about how his night had gone.
How much we drink tonight, sir?
I was at a poker game.
Uh-huh. Because you were swerving all over. When you turn up here, you didn't use your signal.
I'm sorry.
How much you drink at your poker game?
Not much.
Not much? How much is not much?
I don't know.
Beer? Liquor? How many beers?
3 or 4.
French agreed to go through the various field sobriety tests, but barely made it through the first one before stumbling.
You may begin.
He immediately resorted to pleading to the officer to turn off his camera.
Sir, I cannot, sir.
Please.
I know you're aware of our body cam policy. You know I cannot turn off this body camera.
French changed his tactic when the officer refused and begged for a one-on-one chat.
But I'd like to talk to you.
I can't do that, sir.
Please.
Again, the officer turned him down flat. This time, French reminded the officer of his position in the force.
I'm asking you. I'm a captain on the police department.
I understand that, sir.
It didn't work. Instead, the officer snapped at him.
I am a sergeant on this police officer, and I've taken an oath to uphold the law. I don't show favoritism to anyone, regardless. I don't care if you're a gangbanger or the president of the United States.
Sir, I'm not asking for that.
After a few more failed tests, 55-year-old French was arrested and taken into custody.
Okay, so maybe this one is a good cop, kind of guess.
Yeah, we'll turn the camera off now.
Thank you.
He was booked into the Oklahoma County Detention Center and placed on administrative leave with pay while the department investigated the DWI incident. But this wasn't as bad as when an officer ran a red light and almost caused a crazy accident because he had a little too much. Michael Roadside. Troopers responded to a fender bender in Monmouth, New Jersey.
This woman is at the Monmouth Rest area saying that one of your troopers just was involved in a motor vehicle accident with her. Ma'am, is he injured? No, but I think he's been drinking. His shirt's all hanging out. Is he in uniform? His uniform was turned inside out. His belly's hanging out.
At first, it looked like an officer had already beat them to the crash. Then they realized that the patrol car had rear-ended the other car. The responding officer immediately approached the patrol car, and the officer gave a rambling statement about what had happened.
I had a prostate surgery. Okay. I'm going to anesthesia right now. I'm trying to get home to send a message. Okay.
You so know you're not supposed to be driving. Oh my God. You're a whole police officer and you're quote unquote driving under anesthesia.
I will pay for her, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can get it from mine. Like, I can't, I got to get home. Okay. All right, fair enough.
This is Michael Roadside, a 28-year-old veteran with the force. He was supposed to be working on a construction detail, but he had a different day planned for himself. Roadside also claimed that the crash had happened because the driver had stopped her car abruptly. But the 50-year-old trooper reeked of alcohol, and he had a cardboard case of Coors Light, and 2 open containers were later found in his cruiser. But when the officer approached the car's driver that had been hit, she had a different story to tell.
How you doing? You okay?
Bring Johnson 134, we're back in business.
This guy, he got out of the car, I told the devil, his uniform's inside out. I got out of the car, he told me, I'm like, you can call the cops, we're going to take care of this. He said, I'll take care of it.
Kimberly Wilson had been sitting at a stop sign when the patrol car ran into her. She also had some juicy bits that Roadside had left out.
Also, when I pulled, he was in the gas station, I was getting gas.
Oh, back there?
Yeah, he was in front of me.
You what?
He was in front of me.
Okay.
And he stopped right in the middle, and so I had to back up and go around him. And then I came up here, and when I stopped for the place for the stop sign, I heard him. He said, I'll take care of it, because I've written a check for $1,000. I said, are you a cop? He said, yeah, I'm a cop.
Learning that Roadside had offered her a bribe not to report the incident put a whole new spin on the accident. After being placed in the back of a cruiser, Roadside kept telling the trooper that he wanted to go home, but the only place this drunk was going was to the police station. Roadside was later found to have a blood alcohol level of 0.16, which is twice the legal limit. He was charged with driving while intoxicated, careless driving, and having an open alcohol container in a vehicle. He was also suspended from duty without pay. At his court appearance, Roadside confessed to drinking 9 beers. He pleaded guilty to drunk driving, and the other charges were dismissed. He got no jail time. Instead, Roadside was ordered to pay a $386 fine and fulfill 12 hours at a resource center for intoxicated drivers. His license was also suspended for 7 months. Austin Hop.
Wow. Y'all. Wow. And then $300 fine at that. Are you kidding? 9 beers? Oh my goodness gracious, you guys.
In June 2020, workers at a local Walmart called the Loveland police on Karen Garner, accusing her of shoplifting. But that wasn't quite what happened. Though the 73-year-old woman left the store without paying for $14 worth of items, Walmart employees had confronted her outside. When she asked them to let her pay, they refused and took the items. By the time Officer Austin Hopp had caught up with her, she was picking flowers along the side of a nearby road. When she tried to walk away, Hopp sprang into action, tackling the older woman.
You want to stop? The lights on, siren. Stop. You just left Walmart. Do you need to be arrested right now? No. Okay. Let's stop. Come on.
I'm going home.
No, on the ground. Stay on the ground.
I'm not going anywhere.
Why are you fighting with me? And why are you trying to slip the cuffs off?
Another officer, Daria Jalali, soon arrived but did nothing to help de-escalate the situation.
I'm going home.
Wow, now they got two on her.
Are you finished?
I'm going home.
Hey,
I
We're not going to hold you.
She stole something, but golly.
Sit down.
I'm going home. Get in the car.
The violent arrest caught the attention.
Do y'all see how old that lady is? Oh my gosh. And then she looks like she might have, speech impediment or something like that.
Of a worried bystander, and he confronted Hopp.
Quit.
What? What are you doing? Get out of here. This is not your business.
A witness.
Hopp's attempt to chase him off didn't work, and the man stayed right there, waiting for his supervisor.
What's that? Who's my sergeant?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first, I can tell you that. Sergeant Metzler, he's at the police department. You can go talk to him if you have an issue.
Yeah, give me your car so I can put a report.
Okay.
I see you there, how you throw the little kid.
Little kid?
Well, I don't know.
Not a little kid. And this
he
is what happened.
He was just walking, and I see you how you grab him.
Stole from Walmart and refused to stop, refused to listen to lawful orders, and to fight me. This is what happens when you fight the police. I have to use force to safely detain her. That's what this is. This isn't just some random act of aggression.
Yes, it is.
Oh, well,
I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah, well, the way that I see it from over there, I was like, that's not.
But you see, you don't know the whole situation. That's the thing.
Yeah, but it's like.
But knowing the situation, do you feel differently now?
Oh, yeah. Like seeing it from there, that guy just walking.
I get that. I get that.
It's right.
All right, it's okay now. It's okay that they threw this old woman down on the ground.
Here, she wasn't running.
I get that.
I see her walking right there. You pull over.
I got to deal with this. You hang tight, okay?
Officer Jalali was still struggling with Garner, so Hopp came up with the bright idea to hogtie the 73-year-old.
Oh my God!
I'm going home. Pick your feet up.
Okay, let's get her out over here on the ground. We can hobble her, and then we'll get her in the car. On the out.
Wow.
Stop doing that.
When their supervisor, Phil Metzler, showed up, all three put her in the back seat.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Come on, stand. Yep. Hey, we're gonna sit in the car, okay? We'll get it.
My credit card.
Then Metzler spoke to the concerned witness and tried to dismiss his concerns.
And I see him walking, and then I see him throwing it to the ground. That person wasn't even running or anything. I was like, that's not okay,
Yeah.
So that's why I came and I'm like, hey, that's not a way to react. But he said that she was running or whatever, which we didn't see it that way. That way.
Do you know who she is?
No.
Do you know where she's coming from?
No.
Do you know what crime she's committed?
I just see her coming.
Do you know what crime she's committed?
But I just see him walking right there.
I'm just asking you.
No,
Do you know any of the story?
No.
So all you did was just take a brief little view of it, and you don't know the rest of the story.
No, I don't know. Because I see the lady walking right here.
Yeah.
She was walking, So if you're parking over there and you see a person walking, and the next thing you see a cop throwing it to the ground when she's not using force or nothing, how is there going to be your reaction?
Just when you think things can't get any worse, these officers took it up a notch. Back at the station,
I don't care if that woman stole something. She had a credit card with her. I think she had like some sort of, not dementia, but maybe, I don't know. But y'all, 73 years old, they legit just threw that woman on the ground. She did not run. He said, oh, she ran. No, she didn't run.
after exchanging fist bumps over the arrest of this dangerous 5-foot-tall 73-year-old woman, they talked about the arrest and laughed as they watched the body camera.
You think she's born 46?
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm a little worried that it's like now though. She has gotten it to refuse. We'll get out of the bar and he's like, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. Like, how do you think I'm running? What? I'm going crazy.
You know? Did you know? It was about a little bit, but she's a little, like, I say, hey, I'm fighting, have everyone to go to train for it. You know? I was like, I'm fine, I can handle it. I mean, you know? I was like, all right, let's run, girl.
Wow. Oh my God. They are laughing and joking about that 73-year-old woman and what they did to her. Wow.
But even though both officers knew Garner was seriously hurt, none of them lifted a finger to help. She was kept in a holding cell, handcuffed to a bench, and later booked into jail. 6 hours later, a doctor found out the elderly woman had suffered a dislocated shoulder, fractured an arm, and sprained a wrist. The body cam footage went viral and sparked public outrage.
Disturbing video showing the violent arrest of an older woman with dementia.
Garner's family sued the department and won $3 million. As for the 3 officers
Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys.
involved in the arrest, they all resigned. But if they thought that was the end of it, they had another thing coming. Hopp was charged with assault causing serious bodily injury, attempt to influence a public servant, and official misconduct, and sentenced to 5 years in prison. His partner, Jalali, was charged with failure to report the use of force, failure to intervene, and official misconduct. She was sentenced to 45 days in prison and 3 years probation. They'll have enough time to explain why they thought beating an old, frail woman was a good idea. Speaking of bad ideas, have you heard of this totally insane cop who tried to get a woman locked up?
Oh my gosh, this woman is. Let's see this story. Wow. She's flopping on the ground like a fish out of water.
Up in a psych ward because she broke up with him? But first, Christopher Police. This is one officer who screams hostile work environment. Literally, on November 19, 2019, a 911 call came from a convenience store in Sunrise, Florida, about a man fighting shoppers. Officers arrived and quickly got him in cuffs, but getting him into the patrol car was proving difficult.
Watch your head getting into the car. Man.
No, it's not funny. It was funny that this freaking woman was flopping around on the ground.
Can you stop pulling the car?
Just get in the car, you're fine.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Oh my wrist. I can't get in the car. So let go.
So just get in the car. All right, just get in the car.
Can y'all just tell her to stop?
Okay, get in the car.
Get in the car.
At that moment, their sergeant, Christopher Police, pulled up.
Let go.
So just get in the car. All right, go get in the car.
Police had been with the force for 21 years, but if you expected him to use any of that experience to de-escalate the situation, you're in for a surprise. The suspect was already taking a seat when police walked up and immediately pushed his way in.
Get in the car. All right, I'm getting in. Get your feet in.
Without provocation, he started waving a canister of pepper spray in the suspect's face and screaming.
You want to play games? You play with the wrong mother. You gotta do, man. You gonna mace me, mace me. Look at me, mother. You want to play games? You ever get disrespectful with my officers? I will remove your soul from your body.
Oh my God. He said, I'll remove your effing soul from your effing body. Wow.
A junior female officer nearby sprang into action when the sergeant's screams reached a fever pitch.
Do what you gotta do.
No.
Oh
Police
my
was
God.
livid and instantly turned on her.
No.
Touch me again.
Sir.
Oh my God. He just grabbed that female officer's neck.
Sir.
Then he stormed off, only to return a few minutes later saying this.
Everybody turn off your cameras.
Unfortunately for police, getting off the hook wasn't easy. He was arrested and handed 4 charges, including tampering with evidence and assault on a peace officer. If he's found guilty, he'll be facing 11 years behind bars. It's crazy how many officers think they can get away with anything once they have a badge. Officer Davis went as far as trying to get his ex into a mental hospital. Ronald Davis. On August 21st, 2023, Ronald Davis, an off-duty Pennsylvania state trooper, chased Michelle Perfinoff through the backwoods of Pennsylvania. When Davis caught up with her, he forcibly restrained her by sitting on her leg.
Yeah, if they committed these crimes, yeah, they getting charged and going to prison or lose their job if it's not like, I guess deadly force. But like the one guy earlier in the video, they broke his wrist putting handcuffs on, and then now they sprang the 73-year-old woman's wrist. Oh my gosh.
Legs for close to 10 minutes.
I'm not going to any jail. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely not. After
pleading with him to no avail, Perfinoff struggled to break out of his grip.
I didn't do anything wrong except disagree with you. Let me go. You can't just tackle me like that. Get off of me.
This is her boyfriend, right?
But Davis put his arms around her neck and shoved her against a vehicle.
Get off
What's your intentions?
Please. Please.
The police eventually arrived, and Davis told them that she wanted to off herself, so she was taken to a mental health clinic, only to be released 5 days later and deemed mentally sound. Well, that's because Davis had made it all up. Perfanoff was not just anyone. She was the ex-girlfriend the married trooper had been seeing for months. When Perfanoff ended things, Davis didn't take it well, so he used his position to get her involuntarily committed.
The video shows that this would not be appropriate to get a 302 commitment on her.
After getting suspended and arrested, Davis was charged with unlawful restraint, false imprisonment, and official oppression, and has been held without bail. If Davis is found guilty, he'll be facing 12 years
Held without bail. Hell yeah.
behind bars. Losing your career because you can't handle rejection is insane, but it's still not as wild as when this officer tried to frame his daughter's boyfriend, John Kovac. On April 18, 2018, John Kovac told internal investigators that he pulled Makai Coleman's car after it almost ran into his patrol car while speeding. But the officer's dash cam told a different story. For one, the car was going at a regular speed when it was pulled over. Kovac immediately ordered the car's driver, 18-year-old Makai Coleman, out of the car.
You can get out.
Coleman demanded to know what he'd done, and Kovac's reply was as shocking as it gets.
You're going to jail. Get out. Have a seat in my car. We'll make it up as we go.
He even baited the teen before tossing him into the back seat.
Go ahead and get smart so I can do something to you even more.
Wow.
A call came over the radio over a road rage incident, but Kovac ignored it.
Can I tell you about the car?
He was on the job, or was he? You see, this wasn't a regular traffic stop. Kovac was trying to end his 18-year-old daughter's relationship with a boy he didn't like anyhow he could. The mother of one of the teens in the car lived nearby, and
Wow. Just wow.
Kovac confronted her, demanding to know if his daughter was in her home.
Your dad know my daughter's in your house? Yeah. Where's your mom there? My daughter in there? Why is her computer there?
When the woman refused to allow him in, Kovac threatened her.
I don't know. You don't. So if I check and you're lying to me, you're going to jail.
Tail between his legs, Kovac let the teen go. That was when he realized his daughter had been in the car all along.
She's in the car.
Ha!
I didn't even see.
He said, is she in your house? He never said, is she in the car? Dude.
That's 26 years of policing
I
for you.
bet
He
you
ordered
he
her
felt
out of the
numb.
car and let the boyfriend go.
In my car. Right, you guys are good. Ma'am, they can go with you. In my car.
How embarrassing for that girl. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, body cam footage is public information. You just have to do a FOIA request for it.
Goodbye. 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 In my car.
You can't take me. I'm 18.
Oh,
Goodbye.
she's a this is getting worse and worse. She's 18.
Hey, you can get back in the car. No, you're not. Get in my car.
Why are you taking me?
Get in my car.
Why are you taking me?
Caitlin screamed and cried as her father drove off.
She's going to hospital. She said she was going to kill herself Friday.
No, I didn't! I did not! I did not!
Yes.
What? I did not!
Oh my God.
No, I did not! I never said this!
You told me Friday.
I never did! What do you mean? I wasn't even with you!
Kovac was put on leave 4 hours after this incident, and within days, he was fired from the police department for good. It might sound like a stretch, but Kovac wasn't the first officer to use his position to get his way. Wait till you hear about the officer who arrested a Good Samaritan, Paul Ash. On September 22nd, 2019, Preston Sull and his girlfriend spotted a man trapped under his bike and stopped to help. He was waiting to see how the man fared when Officer Paul Ash of the Loveland Police Department arrived on the scene and made a beeline for Preston.
Where is the bike at? Bike's parked down on the blue side, yeah, the blue one there. We pulled it off. Okay, you might come and talk to me? I don't know what happened. Well, you pulled the bike off. I'm not talking to nobody. Really? These guys saw what happened. I didn't. Okay, if you're not talking to anybody, you can leave. Well, you can leave. You're dismissed. No. You can't leave. You can't leave. I'm not leaving. Okay, then come and...
That guy's, excuse me, that guy told the cop he was dismissed. Oh man, here we go.
No, I'm not going to come talk to you. Police officer, man. I know.
Did you pull the bike? Did you pull the bike off him? Did you pull the bike off him?
I did not.
You just told me you did.
Nothing to do with me.
Okay, you're free to leave.
Yeah, you're free to leave.
What's his name? Preston what? You got an ID on your box? I'm in an ID now. Okay.
After Preston said he was not answering any questions and refused to show his ID, Ash immediately called for backup and started issuing threats.
177. I got a uncooperative witness. Come on over here.
Right.
I need to talk to you.
Constitutional right. No,
I need to
I don't want to talk to you.
You have to
I don't want to talk. No, I don't.
You do.
No, I don't.
Okay, you've
No, I don't.
inserted yourself.
I came down here to help them.
So,
I don't have to talk to
this is
anybody.
gonna go one of
I
two
don't have
ways.
to talk to anybody.
This is gonna go
I don't
one of
have
two
to talk
ways.
to anybody.
Okay, either
I
you're
don't
gonna
have to
sit
talk to
here and
anybody.
talk to me,
No,
we'll just have a short
no,
conversation,
no.
or I'm gonna
I
arrest
don't
you
have
for obstruction.
No, you're not. I'm not obstructing.
You
anything.
are.
You're right here.
Okay.
I'm not obstructing nothing.
When Saul still refused to play ball, Ash placed him under arrest.
Take this, Sherry.
I'm already doing
No,
it. It's right here.
no,
Turn around.
no, you're wrong.
Turn around.
My constitutional rights.
Turn around.
I don't have to talk to you. I don't
Turn
have to.
around.
I don't have to ID myself.
The vicious struggle left Saul with a dislocated shoulder, a fractured collarbone, a torn rotator cuff, and many scrapes and bruises.
What? That's a big guy. Whoa.
Amidst protests, Saul was bundled to a police cruiser.
There's no reason for this. There's no reason for this. Get my phone, Sherry. This is up. Videotape this.
All you had to do was talk to me.
I didn't want to talk to you. I didn't have to talk to you.
Doesn't matter.
I didn't have to talk to you.
Does he have to talk to him as a witness?
I don't know what happened. He came over. We saw him down. I came to help him get his bike up.
Okay, and that's why I need to talk to you.
That's right.
So if you've
So
inserted yourself,
you can let me go.
if you've inserted yourself, you need to talk to me.
I don't
You're
need to talk to
obstructing
you.
an investigation.
I'm not instructing
You are
anything.
under arrest for obstruction.
I'm
and
not
now for
obstructing
resisting.
it. I want to talk to your supervisor. I want to talk to
I'll
your
have a meeting with
supervisor.
the police department.
Right? No, I want to talk to him right now.
You can talk to him before you go to jail.
I'm not going to jail.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything. I helped the guy get his bike up.
that's why you
And
need to talk to
I'm
me.
obstructing.
The only problem, the officer knew Saul was not a witness to the accident.
Okay. You're here?
Yeah.
I need statements from the guy in the blue flag shirt,
Okay.
the guy in the black Eagles thing.
Okay.
He was the one who moved the bike over there, or was moving it.
Eagles jersey moved over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yet they charged him with obstruction of justice, resisting arrest, and tampering with physical evidence offense for lifting the bike off the injured man. The bogus
Wow.
charges were later tossed out, but Saul had to get shoulder replacement surgery after the incident. He sued the 3 police officers involved in the takedown and was awarded $290,000. As for Officer Saul, he was put on unpaid administrative leave for a couple of weeks, but after another incident, he was kicked off the force.
Another incident. Wow. You guys, what did y'all think about this video? If you came in the middle to end, definitely rewind because, yeah, definitely rewind. This is sickening. And what's so bad is that these cops make the good cops look bad. So like even the kids, they're afraid of, they don't know who's good, who's bad. So they're afraid of everyone. And they shouldn't be because they need to rely on law enforcement if they need help. But because of people like this, they're scared. And it's sickening. Ooh, this was a very serious video. Just like Derek Chauvin that now. Oh, I know. Were you in here, Pink Bow, whenever that one cop stepped on the little boy's neck? Kneeled on his neck? Were you in here for that? If not, you have to definitely rewind. After arresting the wrong boys, another deputy found the right boys. And when that deputy got there, he kneeled, like automatically just went to him and kneeled on his throat, on his neck. And you can hear him. He was like crying for his mom. Man, yeah, definitely. If you didn't see the beginning, definitely see the beginning. Man, they're really, And then the one guy that took his 18-year-old daughter to the freaking mental hospital because he didn't like the fact that she was dating a black guy. She's 18. She can date whoever she wants to date. Wow. I don't want to say I hope y'all enjoyed the video because I hope you didn't enjoy it, but I hope you were able to learn something or something. I don't know. I really hope you didn't enjoy it because it was sickening. So there, I'll say I hope you didn't enjoy it. If you guys like watching stuff like this, I can get more to watch. That's no problem. But I know my blood pressure rose watching this video. I don't know about you guys. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for being here. If you're new, thank you for being here. I hope you come back and hit that sub button. Hit that bell button. And I hope you come back and visit us. Y'all have a wonderful day. Yes, Team Rose, it is. And they're from areas all over. It's not just, in one spot of the country. So, yeah, definitely be careful, anyone. Yeah, just definitely watch the first story and you'll understand. Good night, everyone. Yeah, definitely. I hope you come back, Pink Bow. And I forgot the other. Tammy. Tammy, if you're still in here, I hope you come back too. Steph, I love you. Good night. All right, you guys. I will see you later. I'll be back tomorrow. And I hope you have a wonderful night. Bye.